The day that I bought the Canon R8 is a day that I will always remember. It was my biggest purchase at the time, and it was like betting on myself to make it big. So welcome back to the vlog. My first ever camera was the Canon T2i. And that was one of the best cameras I could have ever started with. It helps me learn the basics of photography and videography, how to get exposure properly, balancing ISO and f-stop, and editing photos and videos. This really set me up for success when I eventually bought my own camera, the Canon R8.
Alright, so this past weekend I saw a deal on Amazon for a package that I've really been wanting to buy. And I think it just arrived. You will not believe what I just got.
I've been using the Canon R8 for about 2 years now, and this camera got me my first 80,000 views and my first 1,000 subscribers. And I can't thank this camera enough. Taught me so much, and I really love this camera, and I'll go into more of why I love it later in the video. But this past year I got my hands on the Sony A7IV, and it has been game changing. Color grading on this camera was so easy. I could underexpose or overexpose and it wouldn't be too noisy, and I could bring all the information back. I was fully in awe of how powerful it is. However, the menu screen was overwhelming at first. I would spend hours digging through the settings to find the exact thing I was looking for and completely lost the moment I was trying to capture. I remember putting it down one day and genuinely asking myself if it was worth it. But once I remapped the buttons to feel more like my Canon camera, it finally started clicking and I was able to get some really nice shots.
Good job! Hey, that's how you get that.
Now, let's really get into the nitty-gritty of my own personal opinions for each camera brand. With Sony, there's this metal finish on the body and a pop-out screen that's super smooth, giving that premium feature. How big this handlebar is on this side, it makes it nice and comfortable to film for hours. And an underrated feature, I think, is this button right here has a button that stops it from actually like getting tweaked and messing up. So now let's move on to Canon camera. So for Canon, the plastic finish makes it feel affordable. It's also really light. There's not a lot of customization buttons, which kind of restricts you a little bit, but at the same time, it keeps it simple for beginners. And obviously, we all know about the Canon colors. Straight out the camera, it's amazing. And it doesn't take a lot of editing to get the proper look you want. However, there is this small handle on the grip, and if you can see closely, there's like an outline for where my nails have been digging in. That's just for the R8 though. I think the R6 and 7 are a little thicker of a grip, similar to the Sony cameras, but I think for the R8 the grip is a little small, and I have like decently sized hands, so I'd be digging into this camera a lot. But overall, the feel of the Canon R8 at least just feels more like an everyday carry, whereas this versus the Sony feels more like a sit-down cinematic tripod experience. So after 2 years of Canon and a year of Sony, here is where I landed. Now, as much as I adore this Sony camera, something about Canon just keeps calling to me, like the Green Goblin's mask. The footage of Canon might not be the best, and it might not be the most sharp, and the autofocus might not be that good, but it makes my videos feel real, and it makes it feel more personal. It captures the essence of my life, and it doesn't make it feel staged, which is the most important part about being a day-in-the-life creator. So if you want to capture the moment and you're a beginner, I'd recommend the Canon camera. It's very intuitive, it's easy to use and easy to pick up. But if you want more of that filmic style, that cinematic piece that everyone loves, and you are willing to dedicate the time to learn, I'd recommend the Sony camera. It's worth your while, and if you put in the effort, you'll get what you want. Thanks for watching.